No, our hair cannot take this kind of heat that I'm about to talk about. And if you are one of those ladies, and I know it's so many of us that believe in the Dominican blowout, this video is just for you. And listen, I don't have a problem with the Dominican blowout, but I do have a problem when it's affecting our hair. And I'm talking about kinky hair girls and women, even relaxers, that are getting the Dominican blowout. Now, I did a video about this a few months back, but I thought it was time for me to do another video about it because when I started seeing the videos of the women going to get the Dominican blowout and they showing you their hair, and it looks good, we're going to talk about the other side of it and why you need to be cautious when you decide to get a Dominican blowout. Now, the Dominican blowout was, I went to an all Hispanic school. My school in Miami was called La Belle Beauty Academy. It is still here. Actually, they opened up more schools. And my school was like a pivot point school, but 99% was Hispanic. And I was the only Black American girl there. Now, we have Black Hispanics there, but I was the only Black American girl there. And one of the things that we have to learn, besides the cutting and different things like that, we have to learn how to blow dry. They call it blow. We say blower. When they come and say, hey, blower, that means blow dry, right? So you had to learn that. So when we blow dry the hair, we had to get all of the kinks and all of the waves out of that hair, get it to where they want. And then we roller set the hair, not roller set, but we roll the hair with the brush and give it its natural curl. All right. Now, I presented that to you because I want you guys to understand that heat that we're putting to it. Now, their hair texture is so far different from a lot of our hair textures. Now, we have different hair textures. Yes, we have loose curl, we have tight curl, we have more of a coarse curl, we have so many different looks and different things like that, right? Different textures, I mean. But at the end of the day, we have to understand, today I'm directing it to my kinky hair girls. We have to recognize what is for us and what is not for us. We have to be very, very realistic. So I brought that out to say, now that is just somebody coming into the salon and saying, hey, I want, or our school at the time, I want my hair blower. With the Dominican blowout, I always wondered, because people will show you, honey, I went to the thing and my hair was this coarse and it was very kinky. And I went to the Dominican hair salon. Oh, they only charge $25, $35. And they silk my hair and it's moving and it's bouncing and all that stuff, right? But I would love to see someone who has kinky natural hair or relaxed hair that has been going there consistently and showing me their hair a year from now, or not even a year, maybe 6 months from now, or not even 6 months, maybe 3 months from now. And the reason why I'm bringing that out is because I'm not a hater and I'm definitely not a gatekeeper, but I gotta explain to you why it is so important for you guys to understand that everything that is out there is not for you. We have to learn to find our own look. We have to learn to find our own regiment and different things, what caters to you as the individual, and stop looking at what everybody else is doing, because what they're doing may not be good for you, right? So when you go into a Dominican salon, and I can talk about it because I worked in a Dominican salon. So the things I talk to you about, not only am I a licensed cosmetologist, but I'm talking to you about it because I have experienced it, right? I have seen it and I know what it's about. Now, the salon I worked in, I think I talked about this in the first video. The salon I worked in, that salon, she only did relaxers and then she did the Dominican blowout, which was horrific. And I'll say why in a minute. She hired me to take on the natural hair girls because you guys didn't want the chemicals in your hair. So that means I had to do the same technique, roller set, but she didn't care how I did the technique as long as I got your hair silky. But I did the same technique, roller set it, put you under the dryer, take you out, blow dry it with the thing, right? That's what she wanted. Let me not say I did it. I'm going to tell you what I did. And she appreciated it. She was like, okay, I can work with that because I could break it down without breaking it down, right? So when you go into a Dominican salon and they love when you have a relaxed hair, right? the first thing they're going to do, they're going to wash your hair. They may put a little steam in it. They may put a little treatment in it. Oh, yes. It's, oh, my God, I've never seen this before. And, oh, my gosh, this is the price. So we're all excited. And then you go in there, and the first thing they do, they roller set your hair, no matter how the texture of your hair is, 4C, 4B, 4A. They roller set that hair. So you're like, oh, God. They put the quick set lotion in it, roller set you, boom. Get you under the dryer, you're dry, then they take it out. Now you've been under the dryer, you've been under the heat for about an hour and an hour, 15 minutes. Then you come from up under there, and then they take each roller, each section, and they blow dry that out. They put the heat directly to the hair strand. So you just sat in heat, you get back out and you get more heat. So they just shh, shh, and they take that roller brush, and you're like, oh my God, look at my hair. And so shh, yes, because it's frying. So it's getting more weaker, and it's breaking down the peptide bonds, or it's breaking down your bonds. So it's going straighter and straighter. And it's like, oh, wow, look at this, you know. And before you know it, she hasn't even put the flat iron to it. Oh, I got my makeup still on. She hasn't even put the flat iron to it yet, right? Oh, my God, my hair's already on point. Yes. Once she gets that hair straight, she goes back in with that flat iron, honey, and just put the heat all the way to high, because we want to make sure this stays. And then she goes and section that hair and flat irons. And before you know it, then you see the finished results. Boop, 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 boop. And we're excited. But what we just did was we set things in motion for that hair to start its breakage. Now we have broken down the bonds, which is nothing wrong with that. We do that on everything. That's how we're reforming the curls. So we have straightened out the curls. We have put heat to the curls. We have done everything to the curl, so that now the hair, even though it's swinging because it's very lightweight. It's going to start thinning. It's going to start breaking off, and you're definitely going to experience dryness, because if you notice, when they do all that blow drying, you don't see a lot of anything. It's only in the end that they put the oil, which, remember, oil has large molecules, so it's only going to polish the hair on the outside. So, and you don't want it heavy and greasy, so they're just going to put just enough, and you look fabulous. But as the weeks go by and you keep it, you're like, oh my gosh, my hair looks so good. Oh, it's starting to get kinky again. You go back and you keep doing the process over and over again. Now, one thing that I have learned in this culture and generation today, from when I was a hairstylist working inside the salon, I'm still a cosmetologist and a hairstylist. But when I was working in the salon, one of the things I see today, that people don't really care about your hair. They just need you in and out. They care about the money. They care about you guys care about how fast they can get you in, and you care about the money. That's the one thing you both agree on. And today's hairstylists, they care about how how many heads they can get. So they need you in and out, and how much money they're going to make. So everybody has a thing in this. They're like, woo, yes, I'm making money. Oh, my hair gonna look fabulous. But over time, two things happen to you and to that hairstylist. For you, you're like, oh my gosh, my hair is breaking. That's you start noticing breakage, whether it's the perimeter of the hair or all through the hair, from wherever that heat is, because heat is going to break your hair down, right? And now you're looking like, well, dang, what else you doing in my hair? I need a treatment. I need something. So now you're going back and you're telling, oh, it's breaking. Like, oh, yeah. Two things may happen. They may offer you some extensions, but most of them don't. A lot of times they don't do extensions, but they may have to offer you extensions to to bounce off what is very prevalent, right? And so that happens. So you're upset because, oh my God, my hair's breaking off. And guess what happens? When you go back to again and you see that it's not much they can do, because they don't really, a lot of them don't know what they're doing it right. Let me take that back. A lot of them just don't care. They're there to do a service, and that's it. They're not, we have a lot of cosmetologists that are here that can service you, give you the look that you want, but at the same time, they're not going to destroy your hair. Where in this incident, Dominican blowout, it was for a lot of Latino women with long hair, right, that did blow dries. And then just to top it off, they would do a flat iron. And even the Latino women or the Hispanic women, they don't do that a lot because they understand it's going to damage their hair. So I don't understand how they can understand that, But we have so much education out here, and we're telling our women, hey, you know, the same thing, that you can't put that much heat to your hair, but we keep doing it. Bad practices. And so now the hairstylist is mad. But the hairstylist, let me explain something to y'all. They're not upset. They may be like, okay, I lost one, but I'm gonna get 2 more coming in here, because it's 2 more people just like you who's starting at the beginning. So it's like a vicious cycle. Her name is known. She doesn't have a good name. That's where it affects her at, and she doesn't realize it till it's a little too late. And you are going off in the wind like your hair, right? And now you're looking in the midst. Now you're looking for a hairstylist that can grow your hair back and give you the same look. But you could have had that from the beginning. When I worked in the salon, in the Dominican salon, I did it opposite. I washed the hair, made sure the scalp was clean. I put a treatment in. I put them under the dryer, break the hair down. The treatment, remember, I always keep that pH balance where that hair is soft, 5.5. So you put them in, then I take them out. And then once I take them out, guess what happens next? Then I'm going to comb through the hair. I'm going to blow dry the hair, right? And then I'm going to flat iron it. I'm going to put the blow dryer on a certain temperature, not mass high. I'm not going to put the heat directly to your strands in your hair, because I understand the damage. And then when I do the flat iron, I'm going to put that flat iron anywhere from like maybe, I think it goes up to 450. So maybe like 325 is the highest I would go, right? But the difference is I'm just going to section your hair smaller sections, so I can make sure I get each strand to the desire that you want. And then we will silk wrap it. So whether you want curls in your hair and you want bounce, you're still silk wrap it. And silk wrapping takes all of like 7 minutes. So the difference is I'm not going to leave you under the dryer when I do that treatment. I'm going to shampoo you. I'm going to put the treatment in. You'll be in no longer than 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm going to blow dry you on a lower heat. And then I'm going to flat iron you. I'm going to get the same results that you see with the other stylists do. But the difference is your hair is going to be maintained. And I will tell you, listen, you can't do this too consistent. You can rock this for at least a week and a half, but you cannot keep coming here and doing that heat to your hair. You got to find it. We got to do different things, updos or whatever. So that's what a good hairstylist is going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you this story real quick. My little sister, I have a little sister, all her life, her hair was like here, long, pretty hair. Then she got grown and she got older, and she started going to the Dominican lady. Then my mom followed behind her, which I don't know. My mom had curly hair, so I just was like, you just put a heat to it and you good. But she went with my sister. And I am not lying to you, guys. It wasn't even 2 months. My sister's hair was all eaten up in the back. It was long hair and all this in the back. And I said, oh, that's where they was putting the heat at. And next thing you know, she calling me to sew some pieces. And I'm saying, and she's still going to the people, but they get it straight. I said, listen, figure it out. Because I can't, it's like you're asking me to operate on a gunshot wound, but you just want me to put Band-Aid over it. Until you realize that what your actions, you going to this lady and they're destroying your hair, what's the purpose of me adding weave in it if you're still going to do the same thing? And this is what I'm saying to you guys. Understand that your hair cannot take the heat. Some of you may be able to take the heat. Okay. But not all, a majority of us, we cannot take that kind of heat, and definitely not on a consistent basis. Again, ladies, stop making short-term decisions that will affect us in a long haul when we're spending more money. So where you say, oh, they only charge 25 to 45, now you're spending 150, 300, depending on what you're getting, lace front wig or whatever. You're spending that kind of money because you want that look for a little bit. But eventually it will go away. So this is my thought. This is my saying to you. How bad do you love yourself? You can't tell people you love yourself that in the background you're destroying your hair, you're destroying yourself because you want just instant gratification and feel good for people to say, oh, you look good, your hair look good. But in the event that you're doing this on a consistent basis where you're frying your hair like that, eventually people will start saying, they'll notice, oh, she was getting that, what's probably, because I say it all the time, like, oh. So in that case, if you are doing that, the next thing I would advise you to do is, if you want some help, definitely find a hairstylist, like I said, that caters to hair care and can get you the same look. Trust me, I know I can. I'm a silk wrap queen. I used to sew in hair and wrap. If your hair couldn't be wrapped, then it wasn't a good sewing for me, right? So there are so many professional women that understand the chemistry and understand your hair and can give you those looks and grow your hair. The other thing is, if you have light color hair, dye it black. If you're trying to grow it out and you have breakage, dye your hair black. That's another thing that helps you guys as well. And it's not just treatments that's going to help your hair grow. It is, you may have to add some pieces in there, maybe not clip-ons, but a little sew-in in there until your hair grows back and your hairstylist is telling you the different steps that you need to do. But I'm telling you guys, the Dominican blowout, and I love my Dominican sisters, but it's not for everybody. And I just need you guys to understand your hair cannot take all of that heat. All right. I am Lee Hill, your hair coach. I'll see you guys next video. I pray this video blessed you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.